at this point, I would argue that Xbox is the single biggest contributor to player fatigue and frustration across the entire industry. Xbox is massive. It's one of the biggest publishers in the industry right now, but it feels weaker than ever. They went on a buying spree. They spent nearly $70 billion to acquire Activision Blizzard, and what do they have to show for it? A long list of mediocre releases, a solid Oblivion remake, Game Pass stalled out at 35 million subscribers, Diablo 4 on life support, Call of Duty seeing its lowest player count in years. If this is what success looks like, I don't want to see failure. And yeah, maybe they have some great games or some promising games that are on the horizon, but they have done absolutely nothing to earn back player confidence. They have raised their prices, burned through goodwill, and have shown over and over again that they don't even know what a good game looks like anymore. At this point, I would argue that Xbox is the single biggest contributor to player fatigue and frustration across the entire industry. I'm going to say that 90% of today's adult gamers, hell, most of the overly nostalgic, hypercritical crowd that is begging for games to be like they used to be are that way because Xbox dropped the ball with some of the most iconic and influential franchises in gaming history. Halo, Fable, Gears of War, and more. We are talking about an entire generation that built their identity around the insane run of games that Xbox delivered during the Xbox 360 era. This was peak gaming for just about everyone. And now we have spent the last 20 years watching it all rot. Watching Xbox go from an industry leader to one of the most painfully average publishers around, desperately trying to buy their way back into relevance, buy their way back into profitability, and failing at both.